Swiggity splat, what's in the bag? Jay here, bringing you guys a rant video because honestly, I feel like ranting. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and ranted about anything, but I figured, let's go ahead and do it. So today, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Masters, and the reason why is because I keep seeing like this complaint with the game, right? I keep seeing this complaint, argument, whatever you want to call it, that Pokemon Masters needs more content, or people will get bored of the game and people will become uninterested. If they want to keep people interested, they need to bring out new events and stuff. And I agree to a certain degree, right? Of course, any gacha game is going to need more content at some point, but what we have to understand is that Pokemon Masters is only a month old, globally speaking, right? Because obviously, in Singapore, they had it for like since July or whatever. But, globally speaking, when everybody got access to the game in the Play Store, App Store, whatever it is, it's been a month, right? So it's been a month. And, during the month that it came out, we've had the blue event. We had like 3 type training events, whatever. So basically we had 4 events, or rather 1 big event and like 3 sub events. But either way, people want more content, like right now. Like they want more content right now. And, it really baffles me because, again, the game is only a month old, and of course we're gonna get more content at some point in the game. Like we are, like there's no doubt about that. That's how all gachas are. All gachas are like this, but I feel like the people that want more content are either super hardcore Pokemon Masters players that have farmed literally everything in the game, leveled up everything in the game, and they just have nothing to do, but they still want to somehow play their game every day. Or, they are people who have not ever played a gacha before, and so they are unaware of how gachas operate. And, and so they just keep wanting more content and more content. And it's like, that's not how gachas operate, my guy. Like, that's like that's not how they operate, bro. Like, if you farmed out everything, that's great. That's cool. Give other people time to farm out everything instead of trying to stack event on top of event on top of an event. Because if you do that, especially in a no stamina game, like, that's so overwhelming to the point where people will probably just stop playing the game because there's too much to do, and it's like you have to do it in a certain time limit, and it's just like I don't want to do that. So I personally don't think that we need new content right now, because the game is still in the stage of bringing in people to play. The game is still new, and like people want this game to be super good, and it's like, well, that's gonna take time, right? Because most gachas start off like trash. Like, that's just facts. Like, most gachas do not start good at all, and Pokemon Masters is definitely one that is starting off pretty badly in terms of, like, it's starting off normal. Like a normal gacha will start off bad. Pokemon Masters is starting off bad, but that's just the nature of gachas, and then they get quality of life updates over time, and then it becomes a really good gacha, hopefully. Because let's talk about Dragalia Lost for a second. Dragalia Lost is probably one of my favorite gachas that I play at this point in time. Yeah, when the game first started, it was not it was not all that great. I mean, like, it was a good game gameplay wise, but the AI would run into enemy attacks. The controls were a little bit wonky, bro. Worm prints were in summons cost 1500 Wormite or Diamantium. Again, worm prints were in summons. You can only put 1 worm print on a character, so worm prints were literally the most useless items in the game. And then you could get pity broken on a banner by worm prints. Like, worm prints did not have their own separate banner. They were literally lumped in with adventurers and dragons, and one worm print had the same rate as an adventurer and dragon combined. So, like, your chances of pulling a worm print versus an adventurer were much higher, which is insane to me, right? So they took worm prints out of banners, and then they let us put 2 worm prints on characters. And that made the gacha so much better. And then, like, they changed how the AI works, and then they changed movement and everything, and they just made the game better at its core. And then adding more events in the game made it even better, because now there's a bunch of stuff to do. But you can't just slap more content in a game and then, oh, suddenly the game is good again. Like, that's not how that works. Because if the core of the game itself is bad, adding more content is not going to make it any better, at least in a gacha aspect, right? So what do I think Pokemon Masters need to do? We need a lot of quality of life updates. I mean, we really do. First of all, let's talk about the shop. The shop is garbage. The shop is trash, because I hate the fact that when I'm going to sell pearls, and I'm going to talk about pearls in a minute too, this fact that when we go to sell pearls, we can only sell pearls at like 1 at a time or like 10 at a time or something like that, which makes no sense. Why? Who thought of that? Why can't we just sell all of our pearls in one go? I mean, there was just an update for Pokemon Masters. I'm not sure if they updated that yet or not, but I mean, who thought of that? I don't like. I'm just so baffled that you really thought it was a good idea to sell things 1 at a time or 10 at a time, and then when you sell your pearls, you have to scroll all the way back down to do it again. So if you're doing it 1 at a time, it's just like, dude, why? Why? Like, why is that even a thing? That makes no sense. Let us just sell pearls all at once. Like, if I have 37 pearls, let me sell my 37 pearls instead of having to sell them 10, 10, 10, and then the rest 1 at a time. Like, just let me sell them all at once and call it a day. That'd be great. That'd be phenomenal if they did that. That would make the game a little bit more bearable. But pearls are so useless except for coins. Like, the only reason why pearls are in the game is to sell them for coins, at least in my experience of the game. Why even have pearls? Why even call it a coin super course if we're getting pearls instead of the actual coins? Just give us the actual coins. You know, unless pearls serve some other purpose that I don't know yet, or I'm just ignorant to, that I just have not discovered, pearls are, it's just an extra step to get coins, which it's an extra step that is not even needed. Why are pearls there? Pearls are literally just there to get coins. Just give us the coins. Like, forget the pearls, remove the pearls, give us the coins, and just call it a day. I don't know. Whatever. So there's that. The shop needs a little bit of work. Evolution crystals. This is definitely a big issue in the game, because evolution crystals, for 3 large evolution crystals, it costs 900,000 coins. That's a lot of freaking coins for 3 evolution crystals. Like, that jump makes no sense. And then getting coins in the game is not easy, at least again in my personal experience, and it seems like in a lot of other people's personal experience, it seems like getting coins in the game is such a hassle to do. And it's like evolving Pokemon is a hassle because getting coins is a hassle, and getting these evolution crystals is a hassle. And it's just like, why does one large evolution crystal cost 300,000 coins, dude? Like, what? like if it cost 100,000 coins, I wouldn't even be mad. If one evolution crystal costs 100,000 coins, if it was a regular price like that, I would be fine. Like, so then that means that it'll only take 300,000 to get a stage 2 Pokemon. That would be fine with me. That would be so much more bearable than 900,000 for 3. Like, you farm up all those coins, you buy those 3 crystals, you evolve that Mon, and like, at least in my experience, I would not be happy. I wouldn't be happy at that. I'd be like, damn, that's almost 1 million coins gone, and now I have to do it again, right? And like, someone replied on a Pokemon Masters tweet, and they calculated it basically, and they were saying something like, in a week, you know, if you farmed everything in a week, you could get a total of like 291,000 coins. You can't even get 300,000 coins in a week? Like, maybe you can. Maybe you can. Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe you can. If you can, then cool. But I'm basing everything I'm saying right now off of this tweet that I saw. But 291,000 coins in a week, that's trash. So then it takes a little more than 3 weeks to get a stage 2 Pokemon. That's a little much just for a stage 2 Pokemon, right? Like, that's just that just seems like a lot to me. Cause like in that time span, in that time frame of like 3 weeks, I could awaken and max level so many other characters in literally all of my gachas. Like, what? That's ridiculous. Like, that is absolutely insane. I like the evolution crystal issue is probably like my biggest gripe with the game, because it's just like, why does it cost this many coins to evolve a Pokemon? Like, that's insane. And then some of the Pokemon that should evolve don't evolve. For example, Brendan's Trico, it doesn't evolve. So why would anyone ever even want to pull him unless they like Brendan as a character or they like Trico as a Pokemon? Like, what? Like, no, like, he doesn't even evolve. Like, how do you release a character and they can't evolve? You know, like, what possessed you to do that? I don't understand. And then apparently Hilbert is the same way. Like, his Oshawott doesn't evolve. Why would you do that? Just keep the character. We don't like, I don't even like Hilbert like that. I like Hilda, but like keep Hilda if we can't get an Emboar, basically. Like, at that point, keep like, and then honestly, even if we could get Emboar, 3 evolution crystals, 3 large evolution crystals. I'm gonna need almost 1 million coins to get an Emboar. I don't know, but whatever, dude. So it's just insane to me that, you know, there's other quality of life updates we need to, like a repeat button. You know, instead of when we get finished with the quest, we go back to like the quest menu, whatever, just give us a repeat button, because most of the time we're gonna be clicking that repeat button to farm, because we need to farm, because, you know, they don't drop a whole lot of like drinks and stuff during each run, so we're gonna just keep clicking the repeat button until we get what we need. But we need a repeat button, and then I would also like, what else? Whenever we do get our completion rewards, if we could like click on a drink and like see how much we have in our inventory without having to go all the way to our inventory, that would be really cool too. What else is there with the game? PvP. People were talking about a PvP aspect of the game. And I think DNA, how you pronounce the company's name, they expressed that they didn't want a PvP. Like, this game was meant to play with friends, you know, not against them or anything like that. But I feel like it's a Pokemon game. Pokemon at its core is a PvP based game. Like, Pokemon is literally a PvP based game. So, you know, having a Pokemon game that is multiplayer but like not a PvP multiplayer game is like kind of weird. So like, I do agree that I'm not gonna say it needs a PvP, but I do believe that PvP would be pretty okay with the game. It'd be a pretty nifty part of the game. Now, as far as how PvP could operate, if they want to do it like a world tournament kind of style like Dokkan does, and sure, but personally I think that like if you're gonna go into PvP with Pokemon Masters, I feel like everything should just be auto, right? I think that is what should happen, because, you know, trying to do PvP, I mean, they don't have to. I mean, they could do real-time PvP. I mean, Duel Links has it. I think Dragon Ball Legends has it too. So like, you can do real-time PvP if they really wanted to. But like, I personally think that auto would be like kind of okay. You know, I think it'd be kind of okay. But then again, at that point, it's about who stacks the most buffs first and then attacks, right? So I don't know, but I feel like the only people that are gonna be doing PvP are gonna be people that have like level 5 sync move, full potential, all that, you know, the whales of Pokemon Masters, which I mean that's a whales game at that point. Well, it'll be a whales game in that aspect anyway, right? For PvP, you know, if you're not a whale, then you're probably not gonna get super far in PvP. But whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, you know, people want PvP, so I can definitely see that. But it just baffles me that everybody's begging for more content instead of begging for like more quality of life updates that will make the game live longer, you know, because again, you know, if a game is bad at its core, it's not going to live long no matter how much you add to it. That's just the nature of gachas in general. You know, I've seen so many gachas, you know, come and go because they just like they didn't improve the quality of life of the game. Like, let's talk about Digimon Links, for example. Digimon Links could have been a fire game, but at its core, it was just not good, and all they did was just stack events on top of events on top of events and stuff, and then eventually the game just killed itself because it was like, you know, the core of the game is bad. If the core is bad, adding more is not gonna make it better. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're gonna get new content, like we're gonna get more content in Pokemon Masters at some point, but we don't need it right now, you know. Like the formula that they have is like, do I think they need better like event rewards? Yeah, you know, I think they need better event rewards and stuff. I think the blue event probably had some of the best rewards because it had like the 5-star potential thingy. I think there were gym notes in there too, and then like the side events only had like 2 gym notes, whatever, but they're side events though, right? Like you don't really have to do them, but you just do them just to do them. But those are side events. Blue is literally the main event, and I'm pretty sure sometime in October we'll get another main event who will probably be like maybe red or some other really big character, and then, you know, that we'll have more 5-star potential things that we can get from the shop and everything. But I don't know. I just don't think we need a ton of new content right now. I don't think we need that. Not right now. Maybe like once we get to the 3-month mark of Masters, then maybe. But I don't know. Right now, I think the game is still getting on its feet. The game is still, you know, bringing people in and everything. People are still trying to find their way in the game and everything, and farm and stuff like that. Farm up items and everything. You know, like if you completely farmed out an event, just do some future farming, so when you get a new character, you can level them up, evolve them, max them out, and call it a day. That's really about it. But that's my rant on Pokemon Masters. I took up so much of your time. I truly apologize, but I just had a lot to say about the game, really. But I mean, if you agree with me, cool. If you disagree with me, that's cool too. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this rant video, leave a like down below to show your support and all that good stuff. If you're new around here, you like gachas, you want to see more content from me, hit the subscribe button down below, ring the bell so you don't miss another upload here on the channel. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for listening. You know, don't roast me in the comments, please, and thank you. But you know, I don't know, this is just something that I just really wanted to talk about. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.